Hey man, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Rick. I'm back. I'm back real quick. So this LIB Media, man, and I just wanted to make a video talking about the Senior Bowl. As y'all, well, I wouldn't say as y'all know, but me, I'm a big NFL draft fan. I love like scouting per se. Like I'm not a real scout or anything like that, but I just love like checking out the players who's coming into the draft. Like me and my boy, we like to watch a lot of film. Just kind of project who we think gonna be good and who's not. I haven't done it as much this year as I've done in previous years because Washington this year has been a better team. So, when your team is bad, you're always looking at the draft, seeing, okay, who's coming next, right? Who can we get to like try to be better? But Washington ended up having a really good season in the NFL. So with that, as your team play longer, now you're not as much looking at the draft because you're not in like the top 10 picks. But either way, I still love the draft, so I still love to check out the players. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just check out some of the reports from the Senior Bowl. Obviously, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to get on YouTube later and see if I can find some footage of actual practice and see if I can watch it myself. But right now, I'm gonna just look at the reports. And like I said, y'all still stay in tune because me and Cuzzo, we still want to do a mock draft on this channel. And then kind of play with our teams and probably play around with a couple of other teams that some of our other family members like, just to see who would fall where and who and how that would go. So I have the CBS report, and then I have NFL.com report. So I'm gonna kind of go ahead and just share this with y'all, and then kind of just roll through. Just this is just a pop and drop report to kind of show who did what during practice. So this guy, I can't pronounce his name, Ulawafemi Aladejo out of UCLA. I don't really know who that is, but he's one of the first poppers. So that's cool. Jackson Dart, I've been saying all season, he coming off of the last season. So before the 2024 season started, I already thought Jackson Dart was the best quarterback in the draft. And with the season ending, I still think he's the best quarterback in the draft. I got him above Shador. I got him above Cam Ward. I think he's going to probably go in the second round, which is going to be great for him because he's not going to go to a really bad team. So he might be a backup for a year or two. But I think when he hits the scene, he's going to be good. He just has the best throw power and the best accuracy to me out of anybody in this class. So it's good that he did good at the Senior Bowl. Jack Beck from TCU. It's a guy like, he's not really fast, but he is shifty, and he's actually kind of big because I think he's like 6'2". So like he's a slot guy, but he's like 6'2". So but he's also like he's gonna translate well to the NFL. You put him in the slot and let him go to work. That's a guy I personally love. Elijah Aurora out of Miami. Pretty athletic tight end. Glad to hear he's doing good. Tight ends are kind of iffy when in the draft because it's kind of hard to tell. It's kind of hard to tell how they're gonna do in the league because like when they get to the NFL, they have to actually be used, right, to be a good tight end in the league. Like the team just kind of focus them. Most tight ends can catch, and most of them can get open coming out of college, but like they have to just be utilized in the NFL system. Tez Johnson out of Oregon. I'm not really high on him. He's just so small. He's a small guy, but a quick, fast guy nonetheless. Teams can utilize him. Throw him a couple of screen passes. Throw him in the slot. Jet sweep type of guy. They can use him in a bunch of different ways. And I wouldn't be surprised. I found out a story that Bo Nix's family actually like adopted him or something for a while. So I don't know if they fully adopted him, but he lived with them. And so wouldn't be surprised if the Broncos grab him in the second or third round because Bo Nix might be fighting for his guy. Devin Neal out of Kansas is definitely one of the best running backs in this class. Last year, I thought he should have came out last year. I thought he would have been great. But I think for Devin Neal, this year, I thought he would have been the best running back coming out, but because he plays for Kansas, Ashton Jeanty kind of jumped out the screen. Omarion Hampton is just a dog. He was a dog last year too. So, a couple of running backs jumped out and jumped across them. The guy from Iowa, Caleb Johnson, I think. I can't remember his last name right now. But a couple of guys jumped him, but I still think Devin Neal is a great running back. That's a pick I would love for Washington to make. Quincy Riley out of Louisville, haven't heard much about him. So that's a guy I'm gonna really need to check out. Gray Zebo out of North Dakota State was a lineman I heard of. I think he's a bit undersized. I think he came in at like 290 or something. But the way his frame is set up to say he can get bigger. The players who come from North Dakota State seem to be well coached up. So I'm interested to see what he does. David Walker out of Central Arkansas, heard his name kind of just around the draft board, but haven't seen anything from him. They said he's ultra athletic, so that'll be something to check out. Willie Lampkin out of North Carolina, he measured at 5'10", 270 as an O-line, which is kind of crazy. That's something I have to literally go look at. Y'all should go check this guy out, Willie Lampkin, because that's crazy. 5'10", 270. Okay. RJ Oben out of Notre Dame. I really only saw his name in watching the college football playoff. Don't know much about him. He's a guy I really need to check out. So the drops, Jalen Milroe, I expected that. I mean, he just didn't develop. He reminds me of Anthony Richardson so much where it's like guys who have a super great arm and super athletic, but don't have that quick trigger. Like, I don't know how you develop that in the NFL. I haven't really seen a guy do it. I mean, people will want to say Josh Allen, but it's like Josh Allen he threw a couple of slants and out routes, and it's like Jalen Milroe never throws those passes. So that's just kind of hard to see. Taylor Alergsma out of Luria, have no idea who that is, but he's dropping, so I guess he was on somebody's board to begin with. Arian Smith out of Georgia, can't speak to him too much, but I guess that's something I would need to look into. So that's just the first report real quick. I'm going to run through what NFL.com has, just to kind of see what all the players are doing. So let me also bring this one up just to see how that's going. So this is NFL.com, Daniel Jeremiah specifically. So let's see who he has. So this is just the standouts in general. Darius Alexander out of Toledo. Not super sure who that is, but Toledo, I think, is also a great program. Elijah Aurora is on his list too. That means he really had a great practice. Jeffrey Bossa out of Oregon is kind of undersized, but he can run. He's a quick mover. He's more of a pass rushing guy. Not more of a pass rushing guy, but Oregon used him in pass rushing a lot. But he has a good frame to get bigger, so hopefully that works out for him. Joshua Farmer out of Florida State, I heard about him. I'm glad he's going up the ranks. He didn't get I think they were saying in the last couple of years he didn't get as much PT as he probably should have, so he didn't get to develop as well. But it's good to hear that. Mike Green is a dog. This guy is just a pure pass rusher, and you can't teach it. You can't. It's just. I mean, you can teach it, but you can't teach it like how he is. He's bendy. He's long. He uses his arms well. He has a whole package of moves already coming out of college, and those are the guys that I love. Maxwell Hairston, like him, great corner out of Kentucky. He's a battler. He'll get up in you. He'll fight at the point of attack. So it's good to hear that he's having a really great practice. Walter Nolan is a dog. He's gonna go high in the draft board. Like he just is. He's just a player, like an athletic player. at the nose tackle. He can move around and play more than just the 3 technique, the 5 to 9. So great to hear. Shamar Stewart, he's already projected to go like top 15 or something. He didn't have a lot of sacks this season, but him and Nick Scorton out of A&M, people are super high on them. So I gotta watch more film of him myself to see why people are so high on him. But I know they say he's just an athletic freak. He has the size and everything to just be a problem. Mason Taylor, tight end out of LSU. He's probably like my 3rd tight end. I think I mean the guy out of Penn State and then the guy out of Bowling Green are probably the only 2 people I have ahead of him as far as like where I think he would go on the draft board. So him having a great Senior Bowl, not surprised at that. Azare Thomas, heard of this guy. Haven't really seen much film on him. I think they say he's a longer corner. Like I think he's like 6'2" or something. It's a lot of long corners coming out in this draft. But I gotta watch a bit more film on him to give y'all my opinion on him. Kyle Williams out of Washington State. It's a guy I like. It's a guy I think can play all the wide receiver positions, slot, outside, everything. So it's great to hear he's having a good one. Gray Zabel was also on the other report we was looking at. So all in all, man, that's that. That's just y'all know I love the Senior Bowl. Like I said, I'll be back on here after I watch film on the players that I didn't get to look at. Y'all tell me if y'all seen any Senior Bowl film, like who's jumping out for y'all. So y'all just let me know, man. Like I love this, man. The draft is always fun. Love doing mock drafts. Just love projecting. The funnest part about it is you project these players to go to these places and they never actually do. But it's just fun doing it. Nonetheless. So man, y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. It's your boy Rick. This LIB Media, and I'm out of here. Peace, y'all.